So we're going to watch Kawasumi's second goal here. I see it's a nice long ball played over the top. Kawasumi does a nice little dribble here, gets free of the defender, kicks and almost lobs the goalkeeper. Ball goes in the back of the net. 2-0 Seattle Reign. A really well taken goal here. One of my favorite of the week, actually. One of my favorite of the season, quite frankly. It shows a tremendous amount of skill in a lot of different ways. It shows she'll be a real asset, I think, to the Seattle Reign going further. So let's rewind a couple seconds here and watch the goal again. And there's a couple different things I wanted to talk about. Again, there's a nice long ball. Great control by Kawasumi. Gets there, plays it. And I want to stop right here for a second. And a lot of players would shoot from here. You see a lot of, especially on counterattacks, you see a lot of long from wide position, a lot of these types of shots. And one of the best things I think Kawasumi does is it doesn't even look like she considers shooting from here. She's actually waiting for the defender to catch up so she can then move her out of position. But this shot taken from right here, again, which many players would do, I can go back through the YouTube channel and show you, a whole highlight reel full of shots from this position, especially on counterattacks. This has an expected goals value, an XG, of about 0.5, which means you have a 5% chance, or 1 out of 20 shots taken from this position right here will score. That's not a lot, and that's not what you're looking for at all. So good on Kawasumi for looking at the next step here. It's a very impressive veteran type of idea here. So let's keep going. So she makes her defensive move. You can see she waits for the defensive player. She waits for the move on the defender. Defensive player gets back in position. Kawasumi strings her along, fakes outside, moves inside. The defender right here is completely lost. She's out of position. She's trying to recover, but Kawasumi's created quite a bit of space for the shot here. I mean, there's a nice gap between the two. She's no longer under pressure, effectively. So another great move there. Finally, there's the shot. And the last thing I want to talk about. So it's not a great position, right? She's about 18 yards away from the goal. Vertically, she's 10 or 11 yards. Maybe it's a little tough to tell from this camera angle. But off center. It's not a great position. It's pretty long. It's not very central. So you wouldn't necessarily want her to take that shot under ideal circumstances. But the one thing I want to talk about here was the goalie's defensive position. And take a look at how far she is outside the box. I mean, she is almost outside the penalty area here. She's way off her line, 5 or 6 yards off her line. And Kawasumi seems to sense that because she plays, again, what's almost a chip. I mean, she's definitely going for the top part of the goal here, and it's very impressive. This looks like bad positioning to me. So I went and asked my goalkeeping expert, Sam Jackson, Sam_Jackson94 on Twitter, what he said. And as you can see, Sam's initial thought is bizarre in a word. I can't remember having seen anything like that in such a situation. Looks way too far out, which echoed my idea. Again, almost outside of the box there is a little sort of, it's not quite where you'd want her to be. It's not quite the ideal position. So I followed up with Sam, and he talks about how in such a situation, I think you want to maximize reaction time, particularly given the crowded area, and be close to the line. So because of this, I'm comfortable calling it a goalkeeper error, which then changes how we code the goal. So, back to the video here. Again, you can see she's almost at the edge of the 6-yard box. The question becomes, if this was an error, how does this affect the likelihood of that shot going in? So, I ran the numbers again, and I coded it as a goalkeeper error. And if you have a goalkeeper error here, that becomes about a 78% chance of scoring from this position. If not, if the goalkeeper's in the right position, you're closer to 13 to 14% chance of scoring. That's a massive difference, and I think a part of that depends on the blunt coding, quite frankly, of what a goalkeeper error is. Typically, the goalkeeper error in my coding means the goalkeeper's nowhere near the box, has come out for this ball, and is potentially somewhere, out here, or, has completely missed it, tried to stop her over here, couldn't, nowhere near the net. It's basically an open goal. That's not the case here. She's in a bad position, but it's not quite the dramatic nature of what I'd typically call a goalkeeper error. Kawasumi's goal is incredibly well taken, and I don't want to take that away from her. It's somewhere probably between the 13% and the 78% chance of scoring, but the error makes a massive difference. If she's on the line here, this is a great shot by Kawasumi, but it's not that great that it couldn't have been tipped over the bar. I mean, it goes in right around the top here. A goalkeeper in proper position probably could have stopped that. Positioning makes all the difference, and probably, let's split the difference, makes a 25 to 30% chance difference in the likelihood of scoring a goal there. Well taken for Kawasumi. Perhaps not as well taken, though, because of the goalkeeper error. It opened up the position, which I think, quite frankly, Kawasumi recognized. Great goal for her, great debut, and that's all for this week. So, thank you very much. Follow me on Twitter at SoccerMetric, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you liked this video. I'll be putting out more, and if you share these, like these, comment, do all those good things, it'll just help me do more. So thank you very much, and look forward to the next time.